All right, we got a question from our buddy Anonymous. He wants to remain anonymous. Basically, he's got two problems. The first one ain't really a problem, so I'll address it quickly. The second one, big problem for all of us, so that's why I want to address this. First problem is his girlfriend speaks Spanish. Apparently, he's black, she's Puerto Rican, or something of the sort. And 631, you live in New York, right? That's a Long Island area code, I think. Anyway, so that's why I assume Puerto Rican. You're black, she's Puerto Rican, and when you go to her house, they start, and you don't understand a fucking word they say. It feels like, you know, perhaps they're talking about me and shit, and, you know, it gets a little bit uncomfortable. They're laughing and telling jokes, and you think it might be about you. Get over it, and I can tell you that if things are to work out with you, that you, first of all, you'll get over it, but you'll also pick up the language. My brother married a Dominican, and we don't speak Spanish. We're from Latin America, Belize, but we don't speak Spanish because it was an English colony until like the 1980s, believe it or not. So, you know, the tendency towards Latin women is there, but the language isn't there. My brother, they've been married going on 2-3 years, I think, and the families are doing well. You know, it's not a big deal. You can figure that out. The other one is you've got male urges, like all of us. Your dick gets hard when you see other women and you don't want to cheat on your girl, but you don't know what to do. That energetic pull, that sexual energy, that pull of the penis is very strong. I totally understand that. I have mentioned that I married my high school girlfriend. I've been with my wife since we were 14 years old. And I understand that when you've given your heart to another woman, it doesn't mean that the dick ain't stiffening for other women. And you're kind of in this situation. You're still young. You're far younger than I am. I mean, and granted, although I married my high school girlfriend, make no mistake, there were times of we're weaving in and out throughout high school and college. We weren't 100% the whole time. We decided to stay together and get married, but don't assume that she was the only woman that I was ever with. Right, guys? A lot of you guys would use that argument, like, don't fucking listen to Elliot about sex and women. He's been with the same woman since he was 14. Yeah, I married the woman that I was with when I was 14, and we remained in love with one another. But, you know, we went through high school and college together, so it doesn't mean that there was no other experience there for either of us. Now, here's the situation. Don't let the dick energy detract you from that which is higher. So if you study Freud, there are these two elements that guide us, right? And Elliot Hulse talks about the heart and the head. Freud would have called it the pleasure principle. There are two principles. The pleasure principle, which is guided by the id, you know, the animal energy within the human being, the libido, the sexual. And then there is the principle of reality, the reality principle, right? And it's what makes human beings powerful is our ability to use this reality principle because of the concept of time that we've created, right? We've literally created the concept of time through this principle that makes human beings unique, that allows us to see how an action taken today will affect the future, right? Tremendously powerful. We can do this where most other animals can't. That's what makes human beings so freaking powerful. The reality principle, that of which is the head, right? So here you go listening to Elliot contradict himself once again. I'm telling you, get out of your balls, get out of your heart, and get into your head. Will guide you to do in this moment what is right so that later on shit is not fucked up. So when you're in a situation where the dick is just screaming, I want that, and the reality principle is too weak to overcome the pleasure principle that's rising in your body, you're going to make an action that you're going to regret later on. It's going to happen, especially if you're very vital, if you're very sexual, right? Some people just have really high sexual charge, sexual energy, right? You're looking at one. And that sexual energy will overpower the ego. It's just like, I don't give a fuck about anything right now. What's up? Right? You're just gonna go and follow what the dick is gonna have you do because that sexual charge is so fucking strong. Here's what you do, right? Here's what all men do, because here's the thing. Cheating on your girl, cheating on your wife is gonna fuck up everything for you. That's going to ruin your life in so many ways. You don't wanna ruin the relationship that you have with the person that is literally your teammate in this journey. of life. I mean, that person is going to be there when you die. That person is there to deal with you on many different fronts, right? And when you share yourself with that person, we tend to think that, like, you know, sex is just penis and vagina, but sex is more than just penis and vagina. It's a lot more than just this. There is a heart connection. Even if it's with a prostitute, your heart has to warm towards that individual in order to get an erection. So there is more than just penis and vagina, because if it was just penis and vagina, then it's like, look, every vagina is the fucking same, every penis is the same. It's penis and fucking vagina. What's the big deal? But really what makes strange, right? That's the term that some of my buddies use. Man, I'm in the mood for some strange, basically different vagina. It's not that the vagina is different, it's that the energetic processes in that person, the energetic pull, the character, the psychology, the emotion in that person is different, right? So you've got to partake of that person more than just the vagina. You're literally becoming one with an individual when you have sex with them, right? And if you are in a relationship where the trust is such, or she trusts you and you trust her, such that you're not sharing your energy with someone else, because quite frankly, our energy reserves are limited. They're limited, especially sexual energy. Sexual energy is very limited. I think the Chinese call it jing. Right? There's a certain amount of it that builds up in our body. That's why you want to be busting nuts every, like, 3-4 times a day, every day, because you lose your sexual potency, you lose your sexual energy. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. You don't want to betray that heart connection, that deeper energetic connection that you have with the woman that you love and that you've chosen to move on with your life with. And you don't want to betray that because of your dick. Right? I mean, really, when it boils down to it, busting a nut, it's really not a big deal. It's that sharing yourself, that sharing of your energy with another human being. So what do? You're a young dude, right? I mean, you're 18 years old. What do you do when you really love this girl? You want to spend the rest of your life with her, perhaps? You know, maybe not, but right now you're feeling like, you know, I want to do everything that I can to support the relationship I have with this girl. Don't put yourself in situations where the dick will overpower your mind. The thing is, we don't have to judge it as right or wrong. We don't have to judge it as good or bad, right? This is basically what Elliot Hulse means when he says that your feelings are right. Your feelings are right. If you get a boner and you want to fuck the shit out of this chick that's sitting next to you in a bar somewhere, and it's just like, man, it's not bad. It's not wrong. This is what's happening in your body. What's wrong is and when I say wrong, again, it's just, you know, it's in quotations, is you letting the sexual energy overpower the reality principle, right? You realize, if I fuck this chick, I'm fucking up my life, right? That's being weak. That's being not a stronger version of yourself, because you're not allowing the reality principle to play forth. Goal setting, things of that nature are all a product of the reality principle. So what you do is, you don't put yourself in those situations, right? Elliot Hulse is not perfect, right? Elliot Hulse will make mistakes, but what Elliot Hulse won't do is put himself right in the face of a mistake that could happen. So if you find that, oh shit, things are getting real warm over here, say, you know what, I'm going over there. You feel it right away. I mean, the energetic pull, the sexual pull between polarities is strong, and you know it instantly, especially if you're sensitive and sexual. You know right away, ooh, this energy is strong. I'm gonna go over here now, right? Giggle, smile, and then bounce. I'm telling you, because it's not worth it, especially if you're in a trusting relationship with another human being. So that's it, folks. Just one more time to reiterate, I'm starting to rant here today. To receive relationship and sexual information, or ideas really, from me is not that strange. I've been in a committed and beautiful relationship with the love of my life for many years, decades. And I think that offers me a perspective with regard to how to navigate relationships, how to deal with women, how sexuality works through experience, more so than someone who's bouncing around fucking people left and right. I think that's an ungrounded way to deal with sexual energy. I would tend to believe and think and invite you to consider, when I start speaking this way, that Elliot Hulse is moving from a grounded sexual position, one where he is balancing both the pleasure and the reality principle in his life and his behaviors, and can offer you ideas, support, advice, that will support you in becoming a stronger version of yourself. So that's it, dude. Control your dick and enjoy your life. Peace.